A shout out to our podcast sponsor, sportsponsorship.co.uk. If you or your business are interested in making a real difference to the Scottish game, supporting hundreds of kids into regular football, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk and they'll find the right fit for your brand.
Maybe you could put like a new shirt wager on the pool and the bowling. How did that go?
It was close, mate.
Good
Close.
question.
Close.
Well, I never claimed to be good at bowling, did I? I always said I was pretty rubbish and almost got beaten by a 5-year-old, mate. So I don't know what to tell you, son. So I was never too confident going in. I was pretty apprehensive about my chances of winning. So
Wasn't too confident. Do you want me to leak the WhatsApp messages from you leading into the game?
GDPR issue there, and that's GDPR issue, mate. Like take it up with the European Union.
And also, it was close. 247 to 199 over 2 games was the score.
I didn't know we did.
dear.
I didn't know we
Not really
did
close.
cumulative scores. First game was close enough. The balls that didn't feel right at my fingers. I didn't feel comfortable with those balls. You know.
I'm pretty sure you said you could do it with any ball on the podcast.
I got too cocky. I was a typical boxer that batters a kangaroo or something in the first.
It's like AJ with Dubois when he was like, sit down, mate, sit down.
That was me. I was very confident, and I got him with a real heavy weight, and he absolutely smashed me. So,
well, you can play me next time. I'll boost your confidence, mate.
mate, I was just going Maya again. I was batter Maya again. Like, no, Maya, we'll do this weekend. Straight to the ball, Ali. No, Daddy, I don't want to. It's sunny outside. Get in the ball. No, and then he beat me at pool, and then he beat me at air hockey, and then I didn't win a toy in the grabbing machine. It was all right. I was just poor, and we did eat a big arch, which was very tasty. So that was
Yeah,
Nice.
that made up for it, didn't it?
an otherwise embarrassing afternoon of sport for me.
How was your big arch, Andrew? Talk us through your experience.
I'm gonna say it was very underwhelming.
Come on, man.
No, seriously,
He's
it's like
fine. Look at his face.
all it is, right? Is pretty much it's just a Big Mac with less bread, and they've just like sprinkled a little bit of pepper in the Big Mac sauce, and that's it. Like
It's not
the
paprika,
bun's
no?
different and all that, but the bun's not actually good. Like it's just different. Like it's meh. It's fine.
We had a
I was
fresh.
glad it was
one.
alright.
We had a delicious fresh one made in store.
Yeah, so did I. I went through
you
the
went in?
drive-through.
In Dulloch or
Yeah, done.
that's your
Yeah.
problem there, mate. Rubbish.
No, it's a good McDonald's. That.
I don't know. You want to go
Yeah,
to
it's well good.
Gamelin, mate, and get yourself a delicious big arch. I thought it was really good. I mean, as I said to Tom, I don't really stump for the special burger, so I was a bit like put off by the price. But I enjoyed the size of it. Was quite robust. I still managed to destroy 16 nuggies afterwards, mate, and a meal chicken. So I don't know if that's maybe. Yeah, I
And
don't
then
know if that's
five Reese's cups, about 6
treacle
toffee licorice
yeah.
things,
Yeah, licorice toffee. Yeah, half a
half a
Mars bar,
Mars Duo, a chippy,
a cookie
a
cup,
cookie. Yeah.
about 3 tins of they that shall not be named.
I'm impressed.
No,
Look
it was.
at it.
Is that allowed? Is that permitted within the
It's
restaurant?
permitted, yeah. You don't need to be ID'd to buy it, then it's all right.
Okay,
So
that's the rule.
Yeah, that's the rule, mate. If the under 16s can drink it, then I'm good.
It's hilarious.
But no,
Classic.
and I went. I went to a Stevens drive-through. Have you been to the Stevens drive-through, Andrew?
It's game changing, isn't it?
Honestly,
They're so
mate,
friendly.
The woman, genuinely, I had no idea about anything. I was like, "Can I get a fudge donut?" And she's like, "We don't do donuts on Sunday." So she was very polite, and then she ran through like the whole list of things that they do. And I was like, oh, "Okay, that sounds good." And I got a roll, and she was like, "Oh, do you want this and that on it?" And I was like, "Yeah, really good." And got like sausage rolls for the kids. So on the one hand, it's great not having to leave the car. On the other hand, it's Crumb City, mate. It's a crumb.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Crumb Hiroshima, mate. Honestly, the car was just an absolute disaster.
That's true. That's true.
Flakiness of the pastry of a sausage roll, you're like, it's not made for the car.
Yeah, my wee one has macaroni pie. Loves that, but she'll eat like 3/4 of it and then just slyly turf the
Yeah.
last quarter. So you'll go in the car like a week later and it's been like well sunny and it's just like absolutely honking like this wee quarter of a pie somewhere. But yeah, nah, it's great.
Nice.
If you go through the week, they they like do the most friendly upsell ever. Like I swear they should have like
Get them on your team,
Instagram
Andrew.
videos or something. Yeah, exactly.
Get them
Yeah,
on
exactly.
me.
It's incredible. They're like, oh, I've got this absolutely beautiful pavlova thing. You're like, oh, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds incredible. I'm on some of that. So it's so good.
And I got an extra steak Brady by accident, so hats off
Oh,
to
were
them.
they good?
They were really good. I wanted a steak and haggis pie, but they didn't have any, so I got a steak Brady. So maybe they gave me two as like a sorry we don't have any left of the steak and haggis. But it was I've never been before, and it was like really good. I'm surprised more like places don't have drive-throughs like Subway or
Subway is a joke, mate.
think about that.
Subway's a joke.
I suppose you do kind of just see. I don't know if Subway you need visual sort of aids to pick a salad. I guess you're looking at the lettuce and it looks a bit brown. You're thinking, nah, I'll just get some pickles or something, or shit ton of olives. Don't know.
Get a filled roll out of Stevens. It's like it's jam packed.
Yeah, actually, I had one of them as well. The salad was really fresh. Like it was very tasty. Like it was a morning roll. None better than a morning roll. That's just a fact.
That's well good, eh?
I tell you
costs
where.
like fuck all as well.
Exactly.
Tell you where I've visited recently, not near you guys, unfortunately, but Ross Bakery. It's Ross of Chapel Street in Aberdeen. I'll take a photo of it next time. Went in on a morning. I was slightly hanging after a few pints the night before, and every sort of morning roll you can imagine. But it's like massive custard slices the size of your head. Yes. They've also got like burgers that they do. Apparently, it's open till like 4 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights as well. It's like prime after you've been out on the sesh. And
or if you're woken
the
up
smell
early.
just hits you. You know, your fresh bakery smell. It's like unbelievable.
Yes.
I need to take a photo. Like every one of their pastries looked impeccable.
God, I love bakeries, man.
I think the bakery's coming back round. I think they went through a bit of a lull, and now it's coming back, making Britain a better Britain.
Think about value for money as well. Like you got your fast food places, like your Burger Kings and that. You spend 15, 20 quid easily in a Burger King. 15, 20 quid in a bakery could stretch so far.
Yeah, I spent about £12 yesterday. I got like 2 sausage rolls, a steak Brady, a filled roll, like 2 chocolate cornflake cakes, and a slice of chocolate cake as well.
Those cornflake cakes are well good, by the way.
Yeah, I had to go back in and order another one for myself because I ate half the kids, and I was like, "That's really good." So I went and got one myself. It was really good.
Oh man,
it was nice. I've been overindulging this weekend. Like, oh Jesus God.
Yeah, at least you run like 5.
Nah, it's
miles
like
a day,
cold. I haven't ran since Friday, mate. So I haven't done any exercise in like 3 days. Yeah, I've been a bit choked up. Sorry, Tom, mate. I gave it to you. I think.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it today. Yeah.
Well,
I think I'm on the
COVID in this house, so it's been grim.
COVID.
Yeah, everyone, like me, the kid, and the wife.
Should maybe I've got COVID.
Yeah.
Maybe this is COVID.
Oh man, honestly, it's just I felt drained, like no energy whatsoever.
I felt slightly
Just
better.
can't even think. Like it's brutal, but
I can't think on a normal day, mate. So I can't imagine getting COVID. Man,
maybe you had COVID at the bowling.
Maybe I've had COVID all my life, mate.
Here we go.
I'm the original COVID sufferer. Like, fucking no idea.
Honestly, before we even got to the bowling, he'd made up 3 excuses. He arrived late and blamed it on a caravan. He said that the kids got up at 6 a.m, so he was tired, and there was something about his leg or something as well before we bowled. It was unbelievable.
I'll address those points. First one. There was a caravan on the road to Kincardine Bridge, not suitable for overtaking. I couldn't really get past it. I was edging out looking. It wasn't the right moment. Second one, the kids were up early, yeah. I'm tired, my brain fog. Third one, I had the cold as well. Coughing and spluttering all over my hands, slippy hands, which means balls slipping out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. To be fair, that's a rematch clause. Definitely right there, surely.
Oh, no problem. I showed mercy, though, because he was like, oh, do you want to play loser pays for McDonald's? I knew he was getting smoked, and I said no. Did the better thing.
Well, we can do it on my home turf at the Hollywood Bowl in Dunfermline this next time, right?
With pleasure.
Oh,
yeah, we'll see how it goes, eh? Nah, we went Camelin at some other exact replica of the same thing, just called something else.
That changes things. He's got to go away now.
Yeah, I've got to go
away leg. I've got a 2-0 win from the home leg though, clean sheet. So.
And he was annoyed with me because I'm a bad loser, and Tom's like, "Oh, I'm such a gracious loser," be like, "Well done, mate, well done." I'm just like fucking raging.
I don't know when you see me be a gracious loser because I didn't lose.
Well, gracious winner. I mean, you're all like, well done, mate, well done, and I'm just like raging, like not giving you one compliment, just
That's how
absolutely.
I get in your head, though. Just be nice to you the whole time.
And
Whilst
then what
we're
did you say
fucking
something about me?
fuming.
Yeah, when then we played, went into the park and kicked the ball about it.
You let you score a couple.
Then we scored a couple of goals. And
Dive the wrong way.
yeah,
Whoops.
and we actually hit the ball over the fence and oh, was that car? Fuck, I was like 12 years old again, mate. Honestly, it was ridiculous.
We almost. Yeah, that was all you.
It was a
all
very
you.
childish day for a father of two. Like honestly, it felt
That's
great,
good
mate.
fun though, eh?
Just running about free.
Let off steam. Quite right.
Yeah.
Episode 7 of the Tinpot podcast. We're back here to finally discuss some Scottish football. I'm going to be previewing in this episode the Scottish League Cup group stages. I'm your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as usual, by Matt and Andrew. How are you, gentlemen? How are you, Andrew?
I'm all right now, but I've had COVID for the last week, so I've been struggling a wee bit with that, to be honest. But I forgot what it's like to have it. But yeah, aside from that, all right. Was quite happy to take in a Rangers game on the weekend. It's been a while, so yeah, that was good. And then yeah, obviously got competitive action just around the corner. So yeah, feeling much more on the up and up now.
Yeah, it's exciting. We've got plenty of fixtures coming up over the next few weeks. Like I say, League Cup to kick us off, and then European campaign's only 2 weeks away, I think, as well.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly. Yeah, not
2
far
weeks
away
or
at
so.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's
What was Ibrox like on the weekend? Was it full for the friendly or?
It wasn't full. It was about 30,000,
That's
maybe
all right.
just under that. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was classic game of two halves, but yeah, first half wasn't great. I would say I think you could see what they were trying to do in terms of the sort of style of football, but it wasn't really properly clicking, and there was certain individuals I think that just were sort of reverting back to default. You know, Robin Proper was like dreadful. You know, just he went on like a sort of as if like Magic Bagheera back in the day used to go on a run from defence, but he would like have the ball for a starter, and secondly he would actually be all right. Proper was like a sort of Bagheera that had been sort of shot in both kneecaps, and he just was in the final third. The ball went back to our third, probably like not that quickly. Like went through a fair sort of lengthy transition. He was just jogging back, like walking at times, and then poor Leon King got so much stick over the weekend from fans because he was so exposed. So I felt really bad for him. But second half, really entertaining actually. Bayrami looked like a different player altogether. And the style of play was really evident. You know, it was the slick passing, the quick sort of pace of play, the pressing, you know, was much more effective. So yeah, I thought Bayrami particularly was really good. Young Curtis on the wing as well. He was sensational actually. He got a couple of appearances last season, but he was really good. Really brave for the whole 90 minutes actually. But it was a decent side. Club Brugge are a Champions League side, so you know it was a kind of risky test I think for the first friendly, but a good game, yeah. Overall, I think it was, as I said, a game of two halves, but it's good to see the action and good to see what's kind of on the horizon for Rangers, I think.
Saying you just called that the first friendly. Was there not a defeat to TNS? Pre-season?
Yeah, closed door one, yeah, and this is the thing, we're gonna have to have a couple more closed door friendlies as well down south, because I think the Middlesbrough game's actually after the first leg of the Panathinaikos game, so technically this is our only sort of friendly in front of a crowd, and three of the new signings didn't make an appearance just due to the timing of them coming in, so you know, yet to kind of see them, and will they be kind of making an appearance in against Panathinaikos? I don't know, but I tell you what, the boy Fernandez we've signed, I know there was quite a few negative comments about that from Peterborough. Jesus Christ, like he is massive. Like honestly, he looked like he was taking his kids around the park. Like every time there was a striker near him, he was just absolutely huge. But he was good as well. Really effective. I listened to a few podcasts from Peterborough fans, and they were saying his concentration can be quite bad, but there is a player in there. His concentration was good for 45 on the weekend, and if they can sort of stamp that out of his game, I think he'll be a really good defender, especially in Scotland. So yeah, it was good to see that. Yeah, time will tell. I'll be eating those words in a couple of weeks, I'm sure.
What's happening your way, Matt? Sipping on some Lucozade there?
Yeah, mate, trying to recover. I've been feeling a bit under the weather as well. I don't know if I've got COVID, mate. I've not tested in about 4 years, so I don't know. I just probably do have it, but Lucozade, mate, going old school. My remedies, none of my vermicelli or worm, whatever stuff that Trump was. What was it Trump said you had to take, like what was it Trump and Rogan were saying, like back in the day?
Yeah, it's like worm
medicine or something. Yeah. So now I'm just going for Lucozade, mate, classic. That'll cure anything, like. So now, other than that, doing well. I was saying earlier that Wraith have released a new away kit, Bayern Munich inspired. 30 years since our most famous first half when we were winning 1-0. The Olympic Stadium looks pretty sweet.
You gonna part with your 50 quid for that?
50 quid. I don't know. I might get one of my children one for like slightly, like maybe 30 quid. What? That's too much. 20 quid max. Like, they might get some socks in if they're lucky, I suppose. These days, like.
He'll happily chuck 10 quid into the grabber machine at the bowling arcades, but he won't part with 30 quid for his kids.
That was for them, bro. I was trying to win a toy for them.
Left empty-handed, so it's not for them at all. It's full of shite.
Yeah, I tried my best, but I think it's rigged, mate. I'm gonna go in there and say that I think that the whole grabbing thing is a flawed game.
Wow, really? That's a huge insight.
I don't think it's to do with the skill of the player. I think it's just the computer, it's fixing it. Like, because I was literally grabbing that every time, mate. I'm accurate. I'm Hawkeye, son. That was right on the giant strawberry, but no dice.
No dice.
No dice. Yeah, other than that, mate, I had a good weekend of winning every single sporting game that I played. So
well done, mate.
Thanks,
done.
mate. Yeah, no one beat me. Yeah.
Proud of you. Yeah, moving on from bowling alley antics to some Scottish football, and I'm excited already. The first game's on Friday night. Edinburgh City Partick Thistle. Just formed a new team. That one I'm assuming is on BBC. It's on Friday night. Hopefully we can all be at our TVs for that. But what we're going to do in this episode is just look at groups A through H, 8 groups, 5 teams in each, and sort of decide who individually each of us think are going to top that group. Any dark horses that might be pushing where you wouldn't expect them to. I think most of them have a clear favourite, but it'd be interesting to see your opinions. So, Matt, I'll ask you first. With Group A, we've got Brecon, Cove, Falkirk, Queen's Park, Spartans. How do you see that going?
Falkirk, 12 points, you reckon? I can't see any.
12?
Yeah, I think they win every game. I can't see anyone getting close to them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It'd be a good chance for them to bed in their new signings. Maybe Brian Graham to get a few goals. Scott Bain to keep a few clean sheets. Get some confidence up going into the season. So yeah, I think they win all 4 games quite comfortably. I think Falkirk are too good for that. It's a pretty easy group. There's no one there that's going to even come close. Question is, can there be a surprise in second place? Can Brecon, Ray McKinnon's back at Brecon. I don't know if you've seen that, Big Ray, back where it all began.
Yeah.
He's done the rounds. I think he's gone up all the way to the top. Now he's all the way back down, Ray. He's Snake.
You saying Dundee United was all the way to the top, yeah.
As far as that, Clown's going to get... Hey, she never left the Rovers, mate, honestly. She never left the Rovers, man. His career was never the same after that one season where he almost took Rovers up, like...
Almost. Always the nearly men.
And always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Brecon, one of the 3 teams from the Lowland and Highland leagues.
I mean,
any chance of them getting any points?
Well, they've been top 2 in the last 3 seasons in the Highland League. They've been getting brilliant points tallies. The fans have been enjoying the run in the Highland League after obviously a tough last few years in the SPFL. So yeah, I mean, Queen's Park, I don't know, really had a terrible end to last season. So I mean, I certainly think second place is up for grabs. Cove and Spartans again, could be difficult. But it depends who they've got going to the Hedge. I'll have to have a
So
look.
you've got Falkirk in first. Andrew, any difference of opinion there?
No, I
Yeah.
think Falkirk will win the group, but I think Cove will be second for me. So, um, yeah, they did well getting themselves into playoffs, and I think they did themselves proud. They seem to have done some early business as well in the window, so I think they've got a good chance. Obviously, Queens Park will be the favourites for second, just due to their stature. But as Matthew said, they kind of fell off a wee bit. Obviously there's quite a lot going on at Queens Park second half of the season. So yeah, no, I think Cove will be in a better place, and I think they'll be on a sort of upwards trajectory. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go Cove second.
Yeah, I can see Cove doing well as well, to be honest. I think Queen's Park, from what I've seen, have been sort of raiding the carcass of Dumbarton. They've got in a few boys from them, and I don't know if I've obviously not watched a lot of Dumbarton last year, but it seems like that's not the
Well,
wisest move if you're wanting to
Dumbarton,
beat Queen's Park and push up.
yeah, Dumbarton were good when the pressure was off. When they had already had their points deduction, and yeah, there wasn't that pressure there. They had pretty much nothing left to kind of play for, and I think that actually stood them in good stead. And they got some really good results actually second half of the season. But I mean, it's quite a jump, to be jumping up to Queens Park. But where are Queens Park going to be this season? That's the thing, because their money was kind of taken away. As far as I understand, it was a case of the fans going on the owner's back, and then he sort of tucked the ball under his arm and sort of walked away home. So if that's the case, then what kind of backing do they really have? Is it unambitious? Now showing these kind of signings from
Yeah.
somewhere like Dumbarton, are they in that? Are they in a wee bit of trouble there? Obviously, there's been huge changes with the stadium and everything else. They spent a lot of money, over the last wee while. So to get that taken away, how did they adapt to that? I think they'll be a wee bit of a wounded animal starting the season. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I would say so. I agree with you. Just to be different, I'm going to go bold and say that Cove are going to win the group, and Falkirk won't. Yeah,
Scott
yeah,
Bain
but-
special.
yeah. Well, potentially. I like Scott Bain, but I'll just be different. I'll say Cove to win, Falkirk second, but you guys are agreeing. Do you think Queen's Park second, Matt? Just to
I'm going
nip this one in
Brecon
the bud?
second, mate. Come on,
Brecon?
Brecon. Yeah, let's go Brecon. Come on,
Fair enough.
let's go.
Man, if you get that, that's a hell of a shout. That
Let's go.
Onto Group B, we've got Edinburgh City, or Edinburgh Thistle, as I've just called them, Partick Thistle, Queen of the South County, and Stranraer. Obviously, County will be the favourites for this group, having just gone down after a long stint in the Premiership, but Thistle were pretty decent. They're always high up in the Championship. Stranraer, Edinburgh, and Queen of the South are going to be the ones struggling for points, I would imagine. Andrew, who have you got winning this group?
I think I can't see past Ross County, to be honest with you. I think they're going to be pretty stable this season, if I'm honest with you. I think they will be where everyone thinks they should be. They'll probably be. I think they'll probably win the league. To be fair, so yeah, I can see them having a healthy start. For me, I think it's a bit of a lazy choice, but I think Partick. I just can't see past them. I actually think Partick will do all right. Under Wilson and they've obviously had a big change with Graham going away. But I think they'll do all right this season. So yeah, it's hard to see past the big two there. Unfortunately, I can't really see anyone sneaking into that.
I'm gonna
Staggies have done pretty good business as well. Sorry, Matt. They've brought in two decent players for United, and Docherty and Gallagher, and Mackay Stephen as well.
Yeah.
All there could be arguments made are Premiership quality players that they've brought in for no money. So yeah, really, really smart, and they've maintained a lot of their core group as well. So, Matt, any difference of opinion?
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. Well, I think the winning team will be Ross County because they're head and shoulders above everyone else. But I think part of this will struggle in the group, and I think they'll struggle this season. I think they won't be able to replicate Graham's goals. I don't really trust the managerial duo of Wilson and Ray. I don't think. I mean, what is their history? I don't know who was managing the team last season when they went to the playoffs. Was it Graham was doing the stuff? You don't know because obviously he was player manager technically, but obviously you would see Wilson on the sidelines. So I don't know. I think they'll struggle. I don't think they'll make the playoffs in the Championship either. I think this will be the season where they finally fall away to sort of mid-table finish. I think they'll be fine. They won't get relegated, but I don't think they'll continue their sort of great playoff record. So yeah, I think Ross County win the group, and I think Queen of the South come second.
Queen of the South?
Yeah, come
Really?
on, Queen of the South. Yeah, man, Queen of the South.
For any particular reason, or just because you like Queen of the South?
I think they did all right last season. They did get in the playoffs.
Depends. It depends how many home games they've got as well.
Yeah,
Because it's an absolute
Sure.
bollock going there. So I mean, especially Ross County going to if they are going to Queen of the South, you know that's a heck of a travel. Stranraer maybe not so much, but Edinburgh City, you know, Partick Thistle even, you know, it's still a bit of a travel. So it's where they can get a bit of an edge. But they're, you know, they spend money Queen of the South, but they're not where they should be for a club of their size.
it's going to be a tough league again for them in League One with obviously Hamilton and Inverness being there, and
yeah.
you know,
I can't see them pushing for first, to be honest. Having seen them quite a bit last season, I really don't. I just don't. I don't think they're on the right track to be pushing up to the Championship, to be honest. So
with this format, you know, you get the extra point for winning on penalties.
Yeah, I mean, they're home to
a
Ross
few
County.
home games.
Yeah,
a
they're
few
home
home
to County.
games, nick a draw, and then get
Yeah.
that bonus point for the pens. But yeah, I'll be boring. I think County and Thistle. Matt's going to go County and Queens, and Andrews.
The League Cup throws up shocks, mate.
Oh, it's me.
Everyone's
it does, yeah.
teams are still coming to grips with how they're going to play. You know, they're still learning. New players still bedding in. So, I mean, see how it goes. Might just pick a shot.
Yeah,
for
it's
every
easy to
single-
get caught short, isn't it?
Exactly.
Did you
if you're-
see, just before we moved on to the next group, actually, did you see about Partick Thistle this week asking fans to house players?
Really?
Like stick them in their spare room? Yeah.
No.
They've got an initiative. It just came out today, I believe.
Like
but
youth players or just like new
No,
signings?
like new signings. Like, has anyone got a spare room? Like, yeah.
Surely
honestly, no, seriously. Like, honestly,
Fucking hell.
I
But
mean,
they have no money to buy digs, or they have no.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're obviously they're fan owned, so I don't know if it's like it's an incentive that's been pushed by
Yeah.
the ownership group. But I mean,
Bizarre, eh?
can you imagine? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, who are you going to get stuck with as well? Like, you know, if you're a player, like you've just moved from, I mean, God knows where,
Yeah.
and you get stuck with like some absolute chode. Like
Like you get a rival fan, you know, pretend to be like a Park Thistle supporter, right? Like how's this boy feeding him like fucking like poisoning him or something? Giving him lax telling him that before a game or something like that. Shits his pants all the time. Can't he play? fuck this man back down south.
There's got to be some boy at Partick Thistle or some person at Partick Thistle that's in charge of vetting the homes as well, surely.
Yeah, I know.
How's that going to work? You go down for a house visit and it's like, nah, sorry mate, you've got a
yeah,
pet tarantula,
exactly.
like fuck off.
How does that
Scared
work?
of spiders.
Like, I like spiders. But yeah, how the hell does that work? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was fascinating. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah,
how
that's
that
fucking
pans out,
mental.
but
I've never
that's
heard
gonna-
anything like
that's
that in my
going to
life.
throw up some good news stories, I think, over the course of the season.
Yeah, there'll be a few memes on the back of that. Group C then. Airdrieonians, Alloa, your second of the Lowland and Highland League teams in Bonnyrigg Rose, just relegated. Dundee and Montrose. Matthew, how do you see that one going?
Interesting. Like I think Dundee will have probably enough to win that group.
Even with Elvis at the
I
helm.
know we've
Come
been.
on.
I know we've been joshing about Sir Steve, but I mean, I can't see them struggling to pick up wins. I mean, they're home to Airdrie, away to Alloa, away to Bonnyrigg, and home to Montrose. I mean, you'd expect them to win. Maybe a draw against Alloa would be the only one that really slipped them up, but nah, I can't see anything other than Dundee topping that group pretty comfortably. Maybe a chance for Presley to further embed his style of play. It's complete. It's a bit of a big turnaround for them, the squad. So might use it as a good chance to try some new things, to learn more about his team. But yeah, I don't think anyone's strong enough to really come close to them. You could argue Airdrie, they were technically relegated last season, so
If it was Airdrie of a couple of years ago,
Yeah,
I would have maybe
exactly.
said yes, but they've
on
done turn in form, haven't they?
Yeah, I
So
think-
who's nicking second for you there? You saying Alloa?
between Alloa and Airdrie. Also Montrose again, they struggled a bit last season in League One. They have been in the playoffs for the last few years. They were finished lower half. Yeah, I think Airdrie will sneak second. Yeah.
Airdrie.
Yeah.
Andrew, Dundee also winning the group for you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I'm a bit annoyed that this group has not really got much of a challenge for Dundee, because I just from a content perspective, like it would just be great. But I suppose there might be even more there because there's some huge banana skins. But yeah, I mean, they should. I mean, it's just such. I think it's the easiest group, to be honest. So I think they should run away with it. However, I do think they will have a slip up somewhere, but they'll win the group. And I'm going to have to go Airdrie as well. Again, similar reason to Matt. Montrose, if it was first half of the season, form last season, I would say, they would have a great chance, but they fell away, and they were actually in a bit of a relegation battle by the end. So yeah, I don't think they've really got enough to disturb the pack. I think it'll be Dundee and Airdrie.
Yeah, it seems like it's nailed on. However, more in hope than anything. The way I'm trying to view it is, if an Airdrie or an Alloa can... So Dundee you'd expect to beat Montrose and Bonnyrigg, right? So if Airdrie or Alloa can do the same, and then maybe get a draw against and beat the other one. So pick Airdrie or Alloa in this scenario. It's just a head-to-head against Dundee, and I think either of those teams, I don't know whether Airdrie or Alloa are at home against Dundee, but obviously Alloa have got the plastic pitch.
I'm
So
just looking.
so do Airdrie,
Alloa's
don't
at
they?
home.
They're plastic.
Airdrie,
Yeah,
Airdrie
Alloa's
are
at home.
yeah.
Airdrie are at Dens.
At Dens.
So
Yeah, so I think if it comes down to
Bonnyrigg as well, new surface there.
Wow.
Is it going to be ready in time? I don't know as well. Like,
It would be
Wow.
very entertaining
Yeah.
if Dundee were struggling and the fans were already in the back of Presley. I mean, mind when Cathro was in the second season of Hearts and they knocked out the group stages and everyone was going mental and he got sacked after the League Cup group. So I think I can't see it happening. I mean, you're
fuck it. I'll say it's going to be Airdrie first
Oh,
and Dundee second.
and Presley sacked by August, mate. Does Dundee come like fourth in the group?
Maybe even by July, mate.
Maybe by July.
No, that's my prediction. Moving on to Group D then. Annan Athletic, Arbroath, Ayr, Forfar and St Mirren. Andrew, over to you.
I mean, St Mirren should run away with that. I think they're great. Like they're a good side. Stayed steady. And yeah, I just can't see them not winning that group. Arbroath, I think, would have had a chance. Had maybe Ayr not been in there, had they had like an Airdrie in there or something like that, they would have had a bit of a chance. But I think it's going to be St Mirren and Ayr. I just think it's one of those competitions that Scott Brown's going to have to take seriously, and he's a winner. He understands what it takes. I don't think he'll be taking it lightly at all. So I think Ayr will be right up for it. I think the game against St Mirren will be a good one to watch actually as well. Be interesting to see where they're at. But yeah, Annan, although they had a good wee spell at the end of last season, overall their season wasn't great. And Forfar, unfortunately, I like Forfar, but I just can't see them pushing and doing anything. So, yeah, it's Ayr second, St Mirren first.
Yeah, St Mirren on paper they're obviously the highest finishing team from last season, and deserved to be in that sixth place by the end of the season. They were really good. And again, it's one of those teams that I don't think they're going to get complacent in this competition. So hard to see them. Like you said though, Ayr, it comes down to one-off matches. If Ayr and St Mirren both beat the other three teams, it comes down to that one-off match, and anything can happen in that sort of thing. So who knows? Matthew, any views?
Nah, I think St Mirren are the strongest. Along with Hearts, they're not going to get complacent under Robinson. They've got aims to go far in this competition, win the cup. For a team like St
Mirren, then Ayr.
Yeah, I think Ayr will come second. I mean, they've made some solid signings. You know, they've signed Liam Dick from Rovers. Dom Thomas is back, so you've got Dick and Dom in the Somerset Park. So they're good players for the Championship. So I think Ayr will be pushing again for the playoffs. So I think it'll be interesting to see how Arbroath get on against Ayr. Also, that'll be a battle in the Championship. I think St Mirren Ayr, pretty straightforward, and in the fourth for battling for bottom.
Just to be different and provide some content, I'm going to say Ayr are going to win and St Mirren coming second. Yeah, like I say, it comes down to that one-off game. Is that game at Somerset or is it in Paisley?
Let me check for you, mate. It is at Paisley Park.
Yeah, bugger.
It's the last game as well, to be fair. It's the last game, so you never know. If you're ahead, then...
Yeah, they could.
I like it when the two best teams are playing in the last game. It should always be like that, you know? There should always be the two strongest teams playing in the fourth game to make it interesting.
Yeah, it makes it exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, get it sorted.
Get it sorted, SPFL. Group E, we have Dumbarton, Dunfermline, Hamilton, Hearts, and Stirling Albion. I'll kick us off with this one and say quite confidently that Hearts are going to win. That's the most obvious shout, just so that I don't have to pick the Beanos to win the group and be different. I'll say Hearts. They are looking incredibly strong. I think with McInnes is the best signing I think they've made. But just the bloom factor. The fact that I saw this in the bookies have them at 28-1 to win the league, and the next two teams are obviously Hibs and Aberdeen, and they're at 100-1. And the bookies always know something that the fans don't. So you're pricing them 4 times more likely. They're obviously not going to win the league, but you're pricing them 4 times more likely to win the league. Tells you something. And yeah, I think McInnes will want to make a statement early doors, and Hearts will romp that 4 wins, no problemo. Dunfermline under Lenny will be second, and I'll say no more on that. Andrew, over to you.
Sorry, I just want to interrupt quickly. What I really want to know about this group is, will we hear the singing Dumbarton owner sing a song if they, beat like Hearts or that, or will he be serenading the fans at half time at the Rock in one of these games? I mean, you've seen this boy, we have to get this boy on the pod, man. This boy's class. He's a singing Canadian man who owns Dumbarton, and it's just bizarre. It's sort of
he's incredible. I love him.
He's box office.
He's brilliant.
Get him singing, honestly, with a guitar. You can just imagine this guy with like Brent from The Office saying, go on,
he's
get
so
the guitar.
He's so Brent, honestly.
Get the guitar.
He's so good. Constantly, every interview mentions that he does music.
He's talking about his lyrics and that.
Did you see the BBC interview where he's like, oh, you listen to my song?
Yeah.
Oh. And then, the interview just went off on a tangent.
He's talking about lyrics and stuff, yeah, he writes his songs.
Exactly.
Yeah, where he gets his inspiration.
Free love, only free love, free will. What a guy.
He's definitely written a song about the Rock, some romantic ballad about love on the Rock or something like that.
Yeah, I bet. I can
force it to be
halftime shows and stuff like that.
He's inspired Dumbarton to win that group, I think. He's just going to be in the changing room.
Is that your prediction? He's
going to be one of those owners that's going to be in the changing room, just talking over the manager and that. Just there'll be under 10 managers by the end of the season, because they'll just be I can't handle this maniac.
A little kind of Todd Bowley kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just be in there, just chatting shit, playing guitar for the players and that, getting them pumped up and everything. Not really, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes for them.
It will, yeah. I'm not. I don't think it's going to go very well, but yeah, it would be a real shame. Yeah, no, just I think it could go quite badly, especially as well if a lot of their talent's been poached, as we said earlier on. So
It was
it'd be
Dumbarton, yeah,
interesting.
you were saying, Tom, that had 11 trialists pretty much in their first like two friendlies.
Yeah,
And
full team of the Trialist family.
didn't
So
score a
that
goal,
tells you
right?
where they are. They've had issues tying up the contracts.
Right.
I think of a lot of the youth players under this new like ownership, and a lot of the senior players were away on holiday at the time of that game. And since then, obviously, a lot of their senior players have left as well. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go well at all. I don't want to see this happen, but I made the prediction a few weeks ago that I think you could see them being another Brecon, Cowdenbeath, Berwick Rangers that plummet from the SPFL out. But
You never see them again.
who knows? Yeah, you never
I'd
know.
hate to see that. I'd hate to see that. But,
Oh, of course, yeah, no one wants that, but it just seems like it's going that way. They seem to be slipping.
Yeah. It's interesting how the whole ownership thing developed, and I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, be careful what I say, but just the due diligence process on these things. How strict is it? That far down the chain, I don't really know. It's just a wee bit worrying. Like it's a team with a lot of history, and yeah, it would be sad to see them go. But when you're fielding a team full of trialists, for a pre-season friendly, and then you're having a lot of players being poached, you kind of need someone that's really in tune with the game to be able to sort of grab it by the horns, and because the rest of them are, I take it voluntary, so it's a big rebuild. It's hard. But yeah,
they're
coming back
starting
to this group, I can't see them doing well.
And they're starting on -5. I just had a look at that. I'll say -5 points in League Two next season. So that's 5 points.
Yeah.
But that's a tough league. Like that's a strong league this season.
It is very difficult. East Kilbride coming up as well. They're going to be tough and make it even tougher in there. So yeah, I just I think when they, as I said, earlier, when Dumbarton were confirmed relegated, they then kind of started to turn it on a wee bit. But if you've lost a lot of players and you're effectively going through a rebuild, I just don't know if they'll be able to carry that momentum. I don't think they'll have the core to do that. So yeah, it's a shame, but yeah, let's see. We could be proven wrong, but yeah, coming back to this group, Hearts absolute runaways. For me, I think they beat Crawley in a pre-season friendly, and to be honest, are they any worse than any of the teams in that group? I don't think so.
Big Shag's there another 3 years, is it?
Exactly, yeah, he's back in the fold now. So realistically, that's going to give that team a huge boost. I was looking at a couple of weeks ago in preparation for the podcast, and I don't think we ever got around to it. But there's a boy that signed, is a winger, begins with K. Very bad story, but the numbers on him are actually tremendous, like really, really good. So you can see that obviously this data-driven recruitment, is actually working. And when you actually dig into the stats on some of these players, it's actually really impressive that they're getting them for a snip. So I think Hearts will run away with that group. I think Dunfermline will come second. I think Lennon's got the experience in there. Dumbarton, obviously, we've talked about. Hamilton, they're going through things at the moment, to say the least. And, Stirling Albion just don't really have the budget in there to pull off a shock, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think it'll be cruise control for Hearts and Dunfermline.
Same opinion as me, Matthew. Are you going to be and join us? Or?
Yeah, I think Hearts 1, Dunfermline 2. Interesting to see what stamp Lenny puts on Dunfermline this season. Obviously, he did what he had to Nick last season to get them up or staying up. Can they score more goals? That's the real question. I think he's known for his quite attacking football. So yeah, I think they'll do alright. I'm looking forward to seeing Player K for Hearts next season. Get your money on him for top goal scorer. Player K.
Winger K.
Yeah, Winger K. Come on, son. The Kabangu or something like that. Was it Kabangu or the? I'm sure I saw Kabangu.
Elton Kabangu.
No, I don't know. Has he been there already?
He was there last year.
Was he?
It was like Kurazir because you're
One of those was it?
Yeah. It wasn't like, I don't know, like.
Oh, I'm looking at it now, Andrew. Here we go. Oh my god, Alexandros Kiziduridius.
Yeah, that's what I didn't remember it. Like that was it. You know what I mean?
He's Greek, mate.
Was it?
Kiziduridius. Yeah, we'll just call him
Ian
K.
Crocker will get it right.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
Yeah,
call
K
him
is
K.
fine for that one.
Yeah, we don't care. There you go, Andrew. I don't blame you for that, mate. I think you didn't want to embarrass yourself like me there. But...
I didn't have it in front of me. I was like scrambling about trying to find it because I did a bit of prep on it a few weeks ago. But I was like, I'm never going to remember his name, am I? So there we go. But you got there. You knew who I was on about. So
right, mate.
Winger K. Group F, and the first group that has some personal involvement from the three of us, or the only group that has that, because our two teams are in Europe. Matthew, over to you. This is all you.
Wraith number 1, thank you. Mic drop.
For what reason?
Because we're the Kings of Fife, bro. That's the reason. We have a sick away top and a decent home top. And we've signed Paul McMullen, who is a speedy winger. Proven championship winner, and off the back of 10 unbeaten at the end of last season, we're going to batter Inverness and that manager who was absolute rubbish.
You love Scott Kelleher. Don't backtrack now. Less of that.
Gonna batter Elgin, batter East Kilbride. Oh, it's quite a tough group to be fair. Like, it's
yeah,
quite a tough group.
A lot of big names.
To be serious, yeah, I don't know. I think East Kilbride could be a wild card for upsetting a few.
So.
We need to be serious about this. I mean, they're away to Elgin, which we should win that. Home to East Kilbride, away to St Johnstone, home to Inverness. I think we've got a terrible record against Inverness, so having a home game against them is good. I think we'll beat
Elgin
them.
last season at home in the cup were all right actually. So I wouldn't underestimate.
Tough place to go.
Yeah.
I mean, St Johnstone have made some interesting signings. They've signed a lot of players with championship experience. You know, they're signing the centre backs from Morton. They signed Gullen and Stanton for Rovers. I mean, are these players good enough to win them the league? Possibly not good enough to keep them in the Premiership next season if they do go up. They sign them on 2-year deals. I mean, I don't know about St Johnstone. It's going to be it's interesting. They obviously completely changed their team and they're going to have continue to try and develop their style further under the manager who wears his ears pierced. So I don't know. I think that I'd like to see Rovers do well. I mean, we've not got the best of records in the League Cup groups. I think we've got a quarter final maybe once. I'm going to say
final answer.
Wraith win the league. Wraith win the group. St Johnstone second. Win the league. Wraith top. St Johnstone second. East Kilbride and Inverness battling for third. Elgin rock bottom.
Fair enough. Andrew, are you putting Wraith in as high esteem as that?
I had St Johnstone down and then Wraith, but after Matthew's
convinced
chat there,
yeah.
To be honest with you, this is actually full of banana skins. This one, you know, you go through each one of them: East Kilbride, Elgin City, Inverness. Yeah, actually, if I have to stick my neck out on one of the groups, I think it might have to be this one. You know, I think Wraith will win the group. Actually, I think St Johnstone, on reflection, might actually struggle a wee bit this season. And I don't know if this is maybe come round too soon. I don't know. For them to sort of execute their rebuild. They had a draw with Forfar in a friendly. Obviously, I know it's just a friendly. 1-1 draw. They've got Falkirk tomorrow. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they stand up against a team like that. But yeah, not very encouraging. So, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to stick my neck out here. I'm gonna say Wraith first, and I'm gonna say Cali Thistle second.
Yeah, both going for Wraith is. I mean, Matthews was expected, but you've backed him up. Wow, I think
he knows ball.
Yeah. We'll see in 3 or 4 weeks' time once these groups are done who has the best ball knowledge, as these kids.
You know who plays for Inverness, mate? David Wotherspoon, great Canadian international, mate. He's getting his call up this season again off the back of a Inverness promotion surge.
My prediction for Group F is St Johnstone to win, Cali Thistle second, East Kilbride third,
Come on
Elgin
now.
fourth, Wraith fifth. No, I mean it. I mean it. That first game away at Elgin is tough. I think East Kilbride will do well. I was going to say Inverness first, but I think St Johnstone maybe will just have too much for them. But yeah, St Johnstone, Cali, East Kilbride, Elgin, Wraith last.
Go on, Scott. Big Scott.
Shove that up your arse. I tell you what, I've not, for the last 10 years probably, I've hated St Johnstone kits, but they've got Macron making their kits. I'm not sure if that's new.
The French president.
And both home, oh, shut up.
He's not busy cleaning
Both
the CN.
home kit is beautiful, but away kit, it slightly looks like pajamas. But apart from that, it's beautiful. Give that a gander when you've got some free time. Moving on to Group G, Clyde, the only team with one vowel in their name. Greenock Morton, Motherwell, Peterhead, and Stenhousemuir. I will kick us off with that and say, quite boring prediction on this one. Motherwell will win that group under their new gaffer. And Clyde will be last. That is a certainty. Toss up between Morton and Peterhead for second for me. Peterhead, innit? I'm going to be bold. Peterhead. Tough place to go. And that's all the reason I'm giving you.
I mean, looking at the pre-season form, Greenock Morton. I mean, I would have said Motherwell and Greenock. Obviously two favourites there, but Greenock Morton had a bit of a shocker. I believe they had East Kilbride and they drew 2-2, and then they had Queen of the South prior to that, and they lost 2-0. So. Yeah, I think they might struggle a wee bit. But yeah, I'm going to say Motherwell and Steny. That's what I'm going to say. Stenhousemuir can actually be pretty tricky, and when they're playing well, they actually play decent football. They can be quite sort of traditional, sort of lumping it up, but it works. That's the thing. So it's traditional kind of Scottish football, but. Yeah, I'm going to go with them. I was going to say Motherwell by like at a canter. I think they'll be absolutely fine, even with changes. At management, etc. I don't think they'll have the slip up. I think Stenhousemuir second.
So we've both gone for Motherwell first, with different teams finishing in second. Matthew?
I think Motherwell, win the group. Although Morton are go through a squad change, they lost their two centre halves. St Johnstone, I think Dougie Emery's a good manager, and I think he'll get their heads screwed on for these games. I think they'll come second. Pretty tough place to go, pretty strong team no matter what happens with them. They've got a strong work ethic and ethos under Emery, who's going to take no shit. So yeah, I think they'll come second. Motherwell win the group. I don't think it'll be convincing for Motherwell. I think the new manager will be still working his way through that squad, and if they lose Miller, obviously that's a big dent in their team, but I think they'll be strong enough to win the group. I don't think they'll be winning any games comfortably. I think they'll be quite tight, but yeah, Motherwell top.
It's tough for those mid-table Premiership teams, I think, when for the new manager, that your first competitive games coming in are almost must-wins, aren't they? Like to get through that group, because if you come in and you don't get through that group with 4 teams in lower leagues, straight away you've almost lost a portion of the fan base. So there's a lot of pressure on that, and you can never really read too much into pre-season friendlies, I don't think. So time's going to tell in these four matches.
I think this is the only time you can really consider pre-season friendlies, because you barely get a run at it. So you're kind of almost playing with a pretty like semi-unfit squad. Going into these first competitive games, these are traditionally kind of friendly time, aren't they? So it's different when you sort of had a run of friendlies and then went straight into the league. Now it's hard. So I've looked at the friendlies a wee bit more, admittedly, just because of that reason. Our team's scoring, our team's conceding a lot, our team's showing any signs that they're maybe struggling. But otherwise, I would take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah. It's just so early, these games. It's good because I'm looking forward to them, but just so early that you kind of have to take it into consideration a wee bit, I think.
On to Group H, the final group, and quite a tough one for the lower league teams, having two decent sides in Killie and Livy. The rest of the group's made up with Brora of the Highland League, East Fife, and finally Kelty Hearts. Matthew, how do you see that group finishing?
I think Livingston will win the group, and I think, I don't know, I'm torn. You've obviously got East Fife and Brora, who both had great seasons last season. East Fife won the playoffs, Brora won the Highland League, losing to East Kilbride in the playoffs. And Kelty, who had a mixed bag of a season. I think Kilmarnock will struggle this season. I don't think they've made exciting signings. I mean, Kettlewell is a steady appointment. I don't think he's going to excite anyone too much. I think Livingston will continue off the back of their playoff win with confidence to win that group. And I'm going to go for East Fife second.
East Fife?
Yeah, I think Kelly third.
Big Dick?
Yeah, Big Dick will
Rising up.
be swinging and getting them up to second. I've always liked Dick Campbell's style of play. I like the cut of his jib. You know, he's a straight to the point kind of guy. He likes to score goals and he likes his team to have a bit of fun. He's not afraid to get them stuck in. So there you go. East Fife.
Livy then East Fife. Jesus
Yeah.
peeps, that's
Kelly,
quite the prediction.
Kelly will struggle. Kelly will have a bad start. He'll shit his pants when the fans boo him and that as he's walking down the long stretch. Leave me alone, please. So we'll see.
The only group with two Premiership teams. It's going to be interesting, I think, to see how Livy and Kelly compare in that group, because it's the first sign of two Premiership teams playing each other before the league kicks off. Andrew, what's your opinion on this one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tight between Killie and Livy for who gets second place, because Kelty Hearts will win that one. So I reckon, I don't know, Killie are coming to Kelty on a Tuesday night, I think it is, and Kelty absolutely scalped Hibs at New Central Park last season in this competition. So I agree with Matthew. I think Killie won't be the same animal, obviously, under Kettlewell, and I don't really think they've done enough decent business quickly enough. So I think they will get a shock from either a Kelty or an East Fife, to be honest. But Livy, I think they've got to win that group. They're in good form. They're on the up. They've just been promoted. I can't see them not doing well there. So I'll go for Livy and then Kelty Hearts.
Livy then Kelty. So both going Livy at the top and a lower league team pipping it to second.
What do you
Kelty
think,
not
Tom?
doing very well. I think I'd love to see Kelty do well. I'd love to see Dick Campbell do well, but it's I'll just be different. I think Kettlewell at Killie will do well. Kettlewell will do well. You see what I did there? And then Livy in second. And
it's a
East
good
Fife
group.
and Kelty will
You've
be
got
crap.
two Premiership teams. You've got a Fife Derby, and you've got the Highland League champions. So it's probably the best group, I think.
It's pretty tasty, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Quick
Offers a
question:
lot.
are one of you doing like a drum roll on the top of a Pringles tube at the moment? Because sounds like
I
that.
can hear it as well, so it must be
Maybe
mad.
I think it's my laptop fan that is that's been making that rattling for about 2 weeks now, mate. Honestly, I think it's on the fritz. So
It's on the...
edit that out, mate, if you can.
No, it's a classic tin pot, mate. It's what we're all about.
I'm not buying a laptop for this, so
We don't have the budget for these fancy...
I'll use
Apple
this till it
Macs.
breaks, and then that's that. We'll see how it goes. But sorry if it's distracting you. No Pringles here, unfortunately, mate. I wouldn't pay $2.85 for a pack of Pringles these days, son, or tube.
No potato and Pringles as well.
No potato.
Fun fact. There you go.
What
That
is
is a
it then?
fun
Just chewed up Pringles reformed into
It's just made of like shit, basically. That's it.
ultra processed food. I would have thought it.
Yeah, that's it.
Speaking of fun facts, can I drop one in for you both?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I learned last week through a colleague at work that there have been more people walk on the moon than there have been winners of Takeshi's Castle.
What? That's,
Yeah, fact.
Love
the
Takeshi's
day.
Castle.
Well,
The original Squid
yeah.
Game, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where it came,
that's
that's where
true.
the conversation stemmed from. Yeah, he said, "Oh, it's just that fucking
Did that.
shite version of Takeshi's Castle."
And then you started
So he
talking about
referred to
Elvis. Is
Squid
that
Game.
that boy, is it? That's
No,
right.
no, 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 not that guy.
He's got best friends with his Elvis pal.
He is a man who I shall never meet again.
Incredible.
Quiz time.
In a world where sponsorship is more accessible than ever, that world exists at sportsponsorship.co.uk. Whether you're interested in making a difference to your local community or further afield, or perhaps you're looking for access to tens of thousands of followers online to push your brand further than ever, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk. That's sportsponsorship.co.uk.
Time for a game of home or away, our weekly quiz segment where Matthew has a tendency to get stage fright and bottle it. Last week, we saw a bit of a comeback made, and the scores are currently 15-10, to Andrew.
Nice.
And I'll need one of you two gentlemen to remind me who went first last week, so I don't fuck it up.
Andrew went first last week.
Okay.
Because it was the whole Canada debacle.
I'll
Yeah,
trust
well
you,
done.
and give you the option, Matthew, of home or away.
Can you remind me, please, of the scores and our listeners as well? Did you already say that? Or?
It's 15-10.
That's right. Okay, and can you remind me also of the points you get for a home and an away, please?
I swear, we get on well for like an hour of this podcast, and then it gets to this section, and I just
It's a
fucking
good
hate
question,
you both.
Matthew. Somebody could be coming in.
People don't want to hear the same shit every week.
all-
It's 6 points. If you go away and you
There's
guess it within one
arguments now.
clue,
Right?
and he's just going to speak over me, make it hard to edit. Thanks for that, mate. That's really kind of you. Honestly. If you go away and guess it within one clue, it's 6 points. If you guess it within 2 clues, it's 4 points. If you guess it within 3 clues, it's 2 points. If you go home, it's 3, 2, and 1.
I'm an absolute idiot. Like, I'm addicted to the gambling. I'm addicted to the rush of the chase. So I'm always thinking, oh, I can get the away. I'll get closer, and then end up just embarrassing myself. Then if I go home, I also embarrass myself. So I might as well just go home. Just go home.
He's going to go home. Okay. First clue. An Aussie striker with 43 caps and 11 goals.
Right, just next one, because there's gonna be a few.
Not going to take a stab? Try and gamble for the 3 points?
I could. But nah, I'll just go for the second
No?
one, yeah.
Second
Nah,
clue.
Yeah.
The only Scottish trophy this player won was a League Cup, and that came in the same season he was SPL top goal scorer.
SPL top scorer in the League Cup. SPL 43 caps, 11 goals. So he's a striker, you'd imagine. I mean, that's what 1 in 3 for Australia. I mean, shit, were they? You said striker, did you?
I did say striker, yeah. Aussie
Yeah,
striker,
Aussie
43 caps,
striker.
11 goals.
Right, okay. I don't think he's.
Your fan is getting louder.
That's not me, it's Andrew Wrighton. That's Andrew Wrighton, that
Oh yeah, sure.
was
it is,
you
yeah.
writing.
Was he writing on like a Morse code machine?
The person I've got in my head, I think, surely this guy of this sort of calibre must have scored more goals for Australia. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Do you want the third clue, or do you want to take a stab?
I'll just stay silent for a
Just
minute.
sounds like a propeller plane, so it's take off.
I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to go Mark Viduka.
Mark Viduka.
Yeah.
Only 43 caps, is that really? Oh dear. It's correct! Well done!
Oh, well done, well done. I was
Lulled you into a
struggling with
false
that.
sense of security there, but yep, well done, 2
I
points.
had him in my head the first. I was going to. I thought him, but then I thought Martin Boyle's played a lot for Australia, but not that much. I wasn't sure how many times he played. He's got quite a good record for Australia, but then he was injured for a long time. And I thought Viduka 11 goals is not that much because then he's played for like in the English Premiership for a long time. And
I thought you might have thought Scott McDonald as well.
I didn't think he
Scott
played
McDonald
that much. Yeah.
he was the first one, and then.
But I know he'd
second
won
one
more with
went
Celtic.
to-
I think he'd won the Scottish Cup or league with Celtic. I think at least once.
Yeah,
And I knew that
the second-
Viduka had only been there
second
maybe
one.
like a season, maybe even a season and a half. Not that long. I don't think he
Yeah.
was in. So
That's a great shout, to be fair. I was
Well
on
played.
Jason Cummings and I couldn't get away from it
come
because,
dog.
but he was. It wasn't the League Cup he won, so yeah. Anyway,
It's good to get
Over to you,
winners.
Andrew. It's now 15-12, only a 3-point gap, and as you'll know, playing this game, and Matthew can steal if you get this wrong at any point. So
I think that my win there clearly shows that I know nothing about Scottish players. I only get the points when it's foreign players. So I don't know what that tells you about my Scottish knowledge.
Yeah,
It's
true.
I need to watch more Scottish football, mate. The national team. I'm sorry.
I need to buy a new notepad at this rate.
Okay.
Andrew, home or away?
I'm going home.
He's not been away once, but it's clearly a tactic that works.
I know.
Can't do it.
It works. Right, your first clue is that he is a Czech forward with 7 caps and 1 goal.
Check forward. Okay, here we go. 7 caps, 1 goal. Check forward. And so, let me just be clear. Define forward, because obviously this is where the grey area is going to come.
How would you define forward?
I would say anywhere in the front 3.
I'll say
Yep,
striker.
that works for me.
Or inside forward, perhaps. Yeah, winger. Yeah, you're right. Winger could be a striker.
Could be
Yeah.
striker, could be second striker, could be
but not-
trequartista.
But not CAM. Not CAM, mate. That's an attacking
No, that's an
midfielder.
midfielder.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah, no, he's a forward.
Check. Czechia.
7 caps, 1 goal.
7 caps, 1 goal.
He wants the 3 points. He wants it.
I've got 2 players in my head, but I'm just trying to think if there's any more Czech players I can think of. Actually, I'm not sure one of them is Czech as well, which is not terribly helpful. I can only think of 2 players that were Czech, to be fair. And one of them I'm not sure, but I'm going to take a punt. If you've said that he's a forward and just given that rather than... I'm going to be a bit annoyed, but I'm just going to go for it. Rudy Scatchell.
Scooty Ratchel is a forward. He is Czech. He's got
He is
7
a
caps and
forward,
1
yeah.
goal, and that's 3 points. Well done.
Well played.
I could only
Both
think
getting
of
on
him
the
and
first clue.
Cherny.
Well done. He took I got a second clue actually, but good.
Oh, so you did, yes. You needed.
Andrew took the
Not as
chance
good as Andrew's.
where I didn't. So well played, sir.
Was
18-12.
Scatchell a forward though?
He was a striker,
He was like a striker slash.
but he played in a few
He
different
played,
positions
he
across
played
the front.
midfield for a long time as well, though, didn't he not?
But he played one season at the Rovers and he
Predominantly a
played him
striker.
centre mid, but he was like 36, so doesn't count. Legs had
He
gone.
played, he played in midfield for Hearts for a bit as well, did he not?
Attacking midfield like a winger, I think. Doesn't matter. You got the point, Andrew, mate. Come on.
I've just bashed on
Just
Mike,
saying.
sorry.
Just saying.
Who did you have any? What other names you had in mind then?
Cherny was the only other one, but
Cherny.
I just assumed that he would have scored
Yeah.
maybe more than 1 goal.
When you said check,
I
that's surely
think he's
one
had
man.
more than 7 caps off the top of my head, but I think he had quite a few caps even last season. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping that you. The only reason that you wouldn't have got that is if you forgot that Scatchell was Czech, I think. Cause,
Well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't totally sure. I don't know why in my head I had Czech or Austria, but
Austria.
Yeah.
Austria. On Scatchell's Wikipedia page, his position is noted as striker, so
Only 7 caps
fair
for
counts as forward.
only 7 caps.
well, I was
Yeah.
trying to think. I was trying to think.
Oh, it's the
who
Milan
else
Baros
was-
time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was thinking of. Who was good in that team at the time? But yeah, I mean,
Big
he was
Jan
good for
Collar.
Hearts, but
The giant bald guy, Jan
He was
Koller.
a beast.
He was a fucking beast.
Well, yeah, as I say, scores are 18-12 to Andrew. He's extended his lead by another point, and that brings this week's episode to a close. It's only now 4 days until the first game, so by the time we discuss next week, we'll have actually watched some competitive Scottish football. Buzzing for that.
yes,
Until then, thanks both for joining, and thanks to you if you are still listening for joining us. We release episodes on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play every Tuesday. The episodes are available to watch on YouTube in full as well. If you want to see our faces whilst we're chatting, you get shorts and reels and all these things on TikTok and Instagram, and the handle there is at Tinpot Pod. Give us a follow, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff that helps grow the channel. But until then, thanks again, and Arrivederci.
Cheers.